All right, game day preview time. The Salukis of Southern Illinois, they're playing some good football right now. 7-4, they've won 5 in a row for the first time in a decade, and Nick Hill has them playing a high level of football. Jeremy, on the defensive side, they've really cleaned some things up. New defensive coordinator, some new coaches, and they're healthy and playing some really good football over there right now.
Yeah, I think they have a different attitude on that side of the football, and that's been a big difference for them this year. That's where they struggled last year. So defensively has been a big catalyst for them in this winning streak.
Yeah, they have not allowed over 400 yards in Missouri Valley Football Conference play this season, and Jeremy Chen is getting some NFL looks by those scouts and by those folks at this point right now. Here's Bison offensive lineman Dylan Radunz talking about this offensive line group being organized and playing physical against the Saluki defensive front.
It's a very sound defense. I think they're very disciplined in their fundamentals and their scheme. I think their defense line, their D tackles, they've got a few pretty big guys that we haven't seen a 330-pounder yet this year, just a bigger guy. Their D tackle or their D ends, I think, are, like I said, fundamentally sound, very sound guys, I guess, just on the edge. And so just going up against a team that knows how to do things schematically, it just pushes us to work that much harder in the film room and schematically know exactly where we're going to go. And then the number 2, they seem to prize him as a good safety, so I'm sure he's going to have a ton of confidence coming in. So as long as we been able to block him up, maybe Trey gets some deep passes down or something like that, just lower his confidence, and I'm sure he's going to be a team leader. So being able to go after their leaders, and then once they're down, then I feel like we can do our thing and continue the domination we've had.
Flip it over on the other side of the football, and this Southern Illinois offense is really running the ball well right now. DJ Davis, Javon Williams Jr., Jeremy, these guys are making it happen, and they've got some big play wide receivers as well.
Well, Nick Hill was a great offensive player himself, so he knows offensive football. And this program throughout history has never had trouble getting talent on offensive side of the football. They've had some great players, put some guys in the NFL on that side of the ball, and I think this group is coming together, and they have the identity of their head coach.
Yeah, Davis nearing 1,000 yards rushing, as is Williams. That would be a first all time in the history of Southern Illinois football. Never have had 2 1,000-yard rushers in the same season. They are both very close to that mark. Here's Jackson Brown and Michael Tutsi talking about the sense of urgency, and also Tutsi discussing how organized Code Green has to be with the multiple looks Southern Illinois shows.
We're not that familiar with them. They're doing a lot of things well right now. Things that they haven't really done in the past, and they're changing up a lot of things, and they've been really successful with it. They're riding some good momentum right now, and they're a scary team, and they do a lot of different things well. And going out to a new atmosphere. There's only a couple guys that have even been out there on the team, so it'll be a different experience, but it's going to be fun, and can't take anyone for granted.
They have a lot of different personnel groups. Like, they like to mix it up and try to get creative with what they do. You know, they're real creative in their run game. They switch it up and throw different looks at you, and they're actually really efficient when they do pass. So, you know, they got a lot of good athletes as well, and they're obviously having a really good season, so we got to be ready.
So the Salukis also in the top 25 for the first time in 5 seasons, and Jeremy, they probably could clinch a playoff spot with the win. That's why this game is monstrous for Southern Illinois on Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, I think it's fun for them to be in the conversation again. It's been a little while, so a great job by them and their staff. And this week, plenty of options to watch the game. NBC North Dakota will be there, and they are feeding ESPN+. It's the only broadcast there. And, of course, the Peterson Farm Seed Bison Radio Network.
Absolutely. So all sorts of options, and should be a great football game as the Bison look to go 12-0. It will be win number 33 in a row. How about that, folks? 2 p.m. Central kick from Saluki Stadium in Carbondale, Illinois. For Cole Hine, Jeremy Jorgensen, I'm Jeff Colhane. It's been our game day preview of the Salukis.